Namaste and a warm welcome to the AICT sponsored faculty development program on innovating agriculture, agri-tech for a sustainable tomorrow, aligning with SDG goals. As we begin this journey of knowledge sharing and exploration, I would like to invoke the wisdom of ancient India, Sa Vidya Ya Vimukte. Knowledge is that which liberates. In this context of agri-tech, the quote reminds us that the true knowledge is not just about acquiring information, but about applying it to create positive impact and bring about sustainable transformation. Over the next 6 days, we will delve into the latest trends, innovations, and best practices in agri-tech with a focus on aligning with the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. I, Dr. Ajay Jamnani, Associate Professor KLS IMER, and Program Co-Coordinator, invite you to join me on this journey of discovery as we explore the vast possibilities at the intersection of agriculture, technology, and sustainability. To officially commence today's program, may I invite Dr. Praveen Kulkarni, Professor KLS IMER and Program Coordinator, to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, sir.
Good evening to all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, chief guest for the today's function, Shri CM Patil, CEO, Krishi Kalp Foundation, Shri RS Mutalik, Sir, Chairman, GC KLS IMER, Dr. Arif Sheikh, Director and Professor KLS IMER Belagavi, my co-coordinator, Dr. Ajay Jamnani. We welcome you for this 1 week online ATAL Academy sponsored faculty development program on innovative agriculture for sustainable tomorrow, aligning with the SDG goals. When we crafted this program, we started to feel as to how important it is with a changing context of agriculture in India. When we looked at it, we have been always looked at telling that India is an agri economy. But we also are finding now India is techno-agri economy. Lot of developments have happened in the field of agriculture. Technology has brought in new things, new ideas. It has increased the enhancements of outputs of agriculture. So under the backdrop of this, we crafted this and sent it to the AICT for the faculty development program. We also wanted to know about new developments, new areas, new research areas in this agri-tech sector as such. So under this context, we applied, and we are very much thankful to AICT who approved our proposal and granted us permission to conduct this 1 week program. Our college has received these programs fundings in the past, but after a very long time, we have been able to come back and tell that we are again conducting with the AICT sponsored programs. The program is been taken by resource persons in this area who have been stalwarts like Mittal sir, Ramappa, Shivshankar sir, Jitendra Naik, who have been contributing to the agri-techs for a long time in the field of this area. We have also included a person who is working very closely with nanotechnology and agriculture, our very good friend Ravi Kulkarni from Gokte, who is working very closely with how nanotechnology is getting into the agriculture for the fertilizers. He has done a lot of work in that field. He'll be sharing that idea over there. We have a very interesting today personality over there. Two people over there. One is Mr. Sujit, who has a startup in agriculture. He'll be sharing as to how technology is completely. He is another stalwart in this area over there. We have also Gajendra Deshpande, who is working on an app related to the agri-tech and how he is yielding and helping it over there. We have people from abroad who are doing a huge amount of research in this area. of Agritech. Sachin over there, he is in France, and Dr. Mani Venkatesh, who are working very strongly in the area of Agritech as a such. So with this brief, we have also one more person. I must not forget over the Vinayak Hosmani, who is doing a lot of work on startup as to how agri startups. He has been spending a lot of time on agri startup over there, and Dr. Sandhya Anvekar, who has been in helping in fundings for the startups in agri-techs. So we have a mix of agriculture, technology, skilling, and how to take it forward. So it's a cluster of ideas. It is a cluster of solutions. It is trying to give over there. So this FDP, okay, is going to look from the point of view of research, development, and for future growth of agri-tech sector as such. We have to thank our management who approved this. They helped us and making this the event possible. With this brief note about the concept of this FDP, we welcome you all, sir. On behalf of KLS IMER,
I now request Praveen sir to welcome our chairman, Shri R.S. Mutalik sir. Thank you, sir. I request Praveen sir to welcome our beloved director, Dr. Arif Sheikh sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome. Now we have the privilege of hearing from our esteemed director and professor at KLS IMER, Dr. Arif Sheikh, to provide us with the introductory remarks on this FDP. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everybody. President of today's inaugural ceremony, Shri R.S. Mutalik, sir, who is luckily farmer by birth, but advocate by profession. He is very aptly chosen today to preside over this event. Sir, on behalf of the organizing team, I welcome you. Chief guest of today's inaugural ceremony, Shri C.M. Patil, CEO, Krishi Kalp Foundation, Bangalore, a good friend of mine. Coordinators of the FDP, Dr. Praveen Kulkarni, Dr. Ajay, respected resource person from different parts of the country and abroad, who will be sharing their experience on various topics in next 7 days. I welcome all of you to this faculty development program. I am delighted to welcome you all to this faculty development program on a very vital topic, innovating agri-tech for sustainable tomorrow, and aligning this with the sustainable development goals. I am happy to see such an enthusiastic participation from our educators, industry experts, and other stakeholders who collectively share a commitment to advancing agricultural technology for more sustainable and equitable future. Friends, as we all know, as rightly said by the coordinator of the FDP, agriculture plays a crucial role in global economy and food security. However, it faces a host of challenges also, from climate change to diminishing of resources and to shifting demographics and market demands. The urgent need for innovation in agri-tech is more pressing than ever, especially as we align our strategies with United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. This FDP, organized by KLS IMER, inspire creativity and collaboration among us, helping us to explore cutting edge solutions that can address these challenges which I listed out just now, to mention a few. Together, we all, for this next 7 days, can dwell into topics such as precision agriculture, sustainable practices, and the role of digital technologies in enhancing productivity while minimizing the ecological impact. As the director and as the host institution, I encourage each of you to actively engage in discussion, share ideas, think critically about how we can not only contribute to our fields as professors, as faculty members working in engineering, management, and agricultural colleges, but also make a tangible difference in the lives of farmers who are the backbone of this great nation called Bharat and the communities around the world. Your thoughts and expertise are invaluable as we chart a course towards sustainable agriculture future. Thank you for being here today, and I look forward to the inspiring conversation that will unfold throughout this 7 days faculty development program. Let us innovate for a sustainable tomorrow. Thank you, and I welcome you all to this FDP.
Thank you so much, sir, for setting the stage and giving us more overview and insights about this exciting program. It's now time to hear from our distinguished chief guest for today's inaugural function, Mr. CM Patil. We are pleased to introduce Mr. CM Patil, the CEO of Krishikal Foundation, an entrepreneur and dedicated contributor to the startup ecosystem. With over 15 years of entrepreneurial experience, Mr. Patil has demonstrated exceptional leadership in building and scaling businesses, managing operations, sales, customer relations, and investor partnership. He is passionate about driving innovation and supporting the agriculture sector, particularly through the use of digital technologies to improve farmer livelihoods. In addition to his role of role at Krishikalpa, Sir also serves as the MD of Anvesana Innovation and Entrepreneurship Forum, which aims to empower entrepreneurs in India's smaller towns and rural areas. He is also a member of the SBI Startup Branch Local Advisory Board and has previously led Deshpande Startups, one of the India's largest incubators. Sir is a visionary leader in agri-tech innovation, and we are eager to hear his thoughts on sustainable development in agriculture. We warmly welcome you once again, sir. Over to you.
Hey, thanks a lot, here. Thank you. Appreciate the kind intro of Arif. I couldn't say no to him because I remember my days at Hubli. Entire IMER campus was very a second home for us, I would say. Uh, Pardon me for not switching on my video. I'm actually on travel. I hope my audio is very clear to all of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, absolutely.
So, firstly, I think I should appreciate all the members here who made this particular program very much possible, because this is the era where innovation is happening across all the sectors, and particularly the faculty members are very much wanting to be updated on some of the latest technologies for here. I think from that perspective, I would appreciate the AICT as well as KLS IMER as well for taking this initiative and making sure that this sort of inputs have been garnered around and then spread across the community as well. I think kudos for that at first place. Arif, thanks a lot for having me, feeling me that having me as chief guest for this function and making me part of this entire program here. So with that, I would just want to give a glimpse, because I know we are all pressed on time and there is a series of events which are going to be planned in coming days. I just want to share you my sense of agriculture sector, what is that I'm looking at for last 4 or 5 years very closely. As introduced in my intro, been a serial entrepreneur, done 3 ventures, taken to exits, was a CEO of Deshpande startup. That was my first venture in the not-for-profit sector to see what I can do and impact for the particularly the entrepreneurs in the non-metro ecosystem. So when I decided to go back to Bangalore or the any other metro cities, I was very clear either I'll go with healthcare or agriculture sector. These two sectors were I was a little confused on actually speaking because this largely caters the Bharat markets. So particularly for me, the interest in agriculture was quite astounding because of the population which has been totally dependent on this entire sector. And as an entrepreneur, I always wanted to see what is that this sector holds, which is something which we all are not so much dearly aware of it. So, just to get you about Krishikalpa, this is basically one other philanthropy initiative wherein it started by Prashant Prakash, the founding partner at Axel, on the advisory board. They all felt I could write to see how can we connect startups to the farmers very closely. Again, this was when farm existence wanted to see play a role in enhancing the farmers' income over there. So what I've seen in the here is know the developments in this sector have to give numbers just between if I give the numbers the
So sorry, sir, we are not able to hear you.
hello. Are you able to hear
Yes,
me?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, yes, actually, okay. So I was telling about the investments, what has been happening in this sector. It's more than 1.3 billion US dollars been pumped in by agritech startups here. Okay, on the private sector investors, I'm not even talking about the government funds here. These are all the private equity capital which has been invested in these startups here. Okay, so which talks about the volume and the breadth what entirely this entire sector is all about. If I have to talk about the SDG goals, right? I'm sure you might have heard about a company called Cropin, which is actually helping out in terms of enhancing the how do we actually help the farmers get better visibility. It could be on that part, or it could be from a soil health perspective. If you look at Krishi Tantra, which can actually do a soil testing in less than 15 minutes for you, which typically takes anywhere between 4 to 5 days in any KV case, which actually they go otherwise. That actually tells you a lot more stuff on to see what all is happening out here. And on an average, what we have done here is that because this is one particular subject wherein technology has got so much role to play at the same time, its deployment on the ground is equally challenging because at one end, majority of the tech startups feel that technology will solve the problem. But to be very honest with you, this sector has got its own challenges wherein how do we make sure that technology reaches the farmers there? And that's one of the role what Krishikalpa is playing out here. We work with some of these sectors which are closely working on enhancing the farmer's life. So, what I can definitely assure all the participants is that the knowledge what you're going to gain in this sector is immense. In the last 3 years, a not-for-profit initiative like us has been working in this sector, talking to startups and connecting them to the farmers network. Alone, we were able to increase about close to 150 crores of revenue by facilitating direct market linkages. So you would have also seen, see this sector, if it gets enhanced just by, let's say, very single point decimal percentage, right? Look at the overall impact, what we all can think of it. So it could be energy, it could be solar, it could be satellite monitor because gone are those days where we were not able to know what crop should be harvest for what sort of seasons. Now the technology has been very handily available to say guide a farmer what to be sowed and what to be harvested also. Digital literacy is something which has actually helped us a lot, and the penetration of ONDC is even more accelerating the entire growth, I would say. So this sector is something which I would honestly feel really proud because now the climate change is something which is real. Back in 4 5 days, 4 5 years, we were just talking as a academic subject, but now everyone is actually sensing the climate change as they're actually feeling it out here. So this any innovations happening in this sector is going to be not only impact country but also the entire global level over there. And if I have to give the global status, our Southeast Asian countries, the patterns remains largely the same thing, and we are typically called as the football for the world there, right? So the grains what we grow, how can we, because now increasingly the farmers landholding is getting decreased year by year because the lands holding records are in India it's more than 86% of the farmers hold less than 2 acres of land. So how can you help with these farmers to enhance their productivity? One revolution started way back in 80s, Green Revolution, which actually made us go from food deficit state to food surplus states. But how do nutrition? We can always talk about IFS model, integrated farming systems. We can always look at how can we grow with very less resources. How can we get much more better yields? You will be surprised to see some of the innovations happening in countries like Israel, Dubai, and all of those countries where effectively how can we actually grow without much of these particular things and all. All of those are real, and in agriculture is one such particular domain wherein you can see changes happening right in front of your eyes. You need not wait for generations to say whatever innovation has been done here, it could take time. No, it's not. It's something which you're going to see it on the go as is what you see. I think in India also, when we see from 2016 to 2019, the startup momentum was very huge in the country. And the investments, what I spoke about earlier, right? That's actually been very, very practical. And there are a lot of venture capitalists coming and investing in startups as well. I think this is the tremendous days for not just the students, but also the faculty members to know what are the things that are available over there. I'm sure in the coming days you are going to understand a lot more innovations on about this. I can share you some presentation to Arif, which he can in turn develop on to all of you guys as a participant, which more talks about the number of startups coming from the state of Karnataka as well as the entire country, which are more aligned on SDG goals. I can give you one document which actually talks about how are these completely aligned with these SDG goals. It could be how to enhance the productivity, how to enhance the nutrition value, how to conserve energy. The companies like EcoZen and all, where they do store post-harvest solutions, what they are going to give. And agri is a very, very wide topic. It's just not at the initial days. It is actually ranges from right from pre-harvest to in between stage, and then how can we work it out? This startup, this entire phase is so enterprising and entrepreneurial. Everyone who is have got little interest to learn more about it can actually learn a lot more things. And India is at the cusp wherein people of the farmers are now in a stage where they're adopting some of these technologies. So it's not just a theoretical statements. People are seeing it out and then they see how can they actually enhance it further there. So I would say this is an exciting time for all of us to know what's happening in the sector. And I'm sure in the next 1 week, Arif and team had actually planned a lot more stuff for you to know more about it. At any point in time, if you feel that my knowledge will be of any help, I'm happy to share and share specific to the certain domains also. So thanks, Arif. Thanks for having me. I think in spite of my travel, I'm able to contribute to the best of my abilities to what I can do. But I'll definitely share you the demography of investments happening in this space, which probably will excite the people to look at this sector even more interesting is what I feel.
Thank you so
Thanks
much,
a lot.
CM. Thank you so much. In spite of your travel, you have made it, and it was very clear. There was no disturbance, no internet problem, and all those things. This shows we are progressing as country. Yeah. Thank you.
Uh, thank you so much, sir.
First time in Vande Bharat. The train is 20 hours. Great. When this is actually made for the country's progress because now technology is being made available for the rural ecosystems over there. So look at all this what's happening out. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for your insightful words and letting us all the participants know about the latest happenings and new trends across the entire globe and inspiring the vision for a sustainable agri-tech future. Uh, I also wish your special bonding with our director, Dr. Arif Sheikh, keeps on increasing, and we also hope to see you back to IMER with more sessions with our students with the other fraternity at large. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. To conclude this segment, we are privileged to have with us Sri R.S. Mutalik, Chairman GC, KLS IMER Belgavi. So may I invite you to share your presidential remarks with us, sir.
Good evening. respected director, Mr. Arif, Dr. Arif Sheikh, and the coordinator, Mr. PM Kulkarni and Dr. Ajay Jamlani, and respected delegates, chief guests, and other delegates also. I am proud to be preside over today's function. It is basically depends upon the innovating agri-tech for the sustainable tomorrow, aligning with the SDGs in the India. To be frank with you all, India is an agricultural land. More than 70% of the population is depend upon the agriculture only. And the usage of technology in agriculture is very much necessary and inevitable for the development of Indian agriculture. Nowadays, mechanical, earlier we used to do manually or with the help of the kettles, but it has been changed due to the change in the technology. Everybody is using the technology in agriculture. And we have developed, India has developed the use of drones, sensors, and you are reducing the fertilizers, and the more depends on more importance is giving to the organic agriculture. And likewise, ultimately end user should be benefited out of the agriculture. And recently also, even Indian government has giving the more support, state government as the central government, for the maximum concession to the drip irrigation and other agricultural developments also. And India is more covered by the forest also, and artificial intelligence is also to be used for the protection and the development of the forest, because we have experienced during the corona period how the important of oxygen is. And we are getting most of the oxygen and everything is depend upon trees only, we are getting the oxygen. That's why forest maintenance and protection of the forest is very much essential. I hope this session will throw a light on this aspect also. And as far as Indian agriculture is concerned, I have already told it is a, Indian agriculture is like a gambling only, because majority of the agricultures are depend upon the rains. And rains is untimely rains will help us with one time, and otherwise it will totally disaster the this one agriculture. And usually we are seeing that not only in India, in outside India, abroad also, the floods are making a very much trouble to the population and the protection of the property also. In this way, this yeah, the faculty development program will also throw a light on how to control the floods, and what are the this research methodologies to be used for that one. And I thanks to the extend my thanks to the chief guest who has who has very much available in spite of busy schedule while he was traveling also. He is on the online, he has addressed the as a chief guest address, and I am thankful to the chief guest also. And at last, I thank the organizers for conducting such type of timely usage of the technology for the usage of our nation, and which I hope the every participant delegates will benefited out of this faculty development program. And giving me an opportunity, I thank the organizers for calling me and presiding over this function. Thank you on behalf of KLS IMER. I thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mutalaji. I sorry I couldn't notice you being in the listing, sir. I'm extremely sorry. It's always pleasure to see you and hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your encouraging words, guidance, and highlighting the important concerns and the pressing issues of today's world to the end users as well as from the industry point of view. Thank you so much, sir. It is my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on this significant occasion. On behalf of KLS IMER, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has made this inaugural function of AICT ATAL Academy sponsored FDP on innovating agri-tech for a sustainable tomorrow, aligning with SDG goals, a grand success. First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the AICT Training and Learning, that is ATAL Academy, for sanctioning the grant and providing us this with this wonderful opportunity to host and organize this FDP. This program reflects ATAL's commitment to enhancing the knowledge and skills of educators across the nation, and we are honored to be a part of this initiative. We are deeply we are deeply grateful to our chief guest, Mr. C.M. Patil, CEO of Krishna Kalpal Foundation, for sharing his visionary insights on sustainable development and innovation in agri-tech. Your words of wisdom will undoubtedly inspire us throughout this program, sir. A heartfelt thanks to Shri R.S. Mutalik, sir, Chairman GC KLS IMER, for his presidential remarks and for always being a guiding light in our journey. Your presence has added great value to this occasion, sir. I also extend my gratitude to Dr. Arif Sheikh, Director and Professor KLS IMER, for his encouraging introductory remark, and to Dr. Praveen Kulkarni, Program Coordinator, for his warm welcome and meticulous planning of this event. Our deepest appreciation goes to the participants for joining us and showing such enthusiasm for this program. Your active engagement will be key to the success of this FDP. Finally, I would like to thank the technical team and everyone working behind the scenes for ensuring that seamless execution of this inaugural function. Thank you once again. It's time for us to start the first session of this 6 days online FDP. To begin with, we have first session by Mr. Sujit Hukerikar. I just want to confirm, sir, are you available now? Are you there?